Hello and welcome to this full free course in Blender, where we'll create a simple yet powerful 2D face rig that you can wrap around your 3D characters. In this lesson, we'll bring our face to life using shape keys. These will allow us to smoothly morph and mix various expressions. You'll understand it better by doing it, as we create, adjust and mirror our shape keys. If you like the block themes I use in my videos, you can get one for free or the 6 theme pack for a small fee. You can also support my free content by picking up the premium course version, more in-depth, beginner-friendly with downloadable materials, or buy the eyes, mouth and nose rigs separately for a small fee. Find the links in the description. So shape keys will allow us to have different shapes of our eyes and nose and brows, and will allow us to animate between those different shapes to have an interpolation. Shape keys are what actually make this rig so powerful, even with so little geometry and this very low poly count. We need now to go again to Object Mode tab, and then we go here under Object Data Properties, and we have here shape keys. Let's add the first shape key. It's called Basis, and here we should have the original shape of your face, and then you will need to add more shape keys to distort your shapes. So the first one, I'll start with the eye. I will name this one eye close L for the left eye. Let's enlarge this one so you can see the names. Then another one, this one for the brow, I call it brow arc L. I will add another one called brow SL. We will have an S shape for the eyebrow, or the left one. And then another one, let's increase the size of this window. Let's call this one brow thick L. So this one will make the brow thicker. Then we will add some shape keys for the nose. This one will be called nose. Let's call it nose L, because it will turn the nose to the left. And then we will make nose up, nose down, and nose flare. I guess these are all the shape keys we need. I only added the left ones because later we will mirror the left ones to the right side. Okay, so now to edit our shape keys, we need to go back to Edit Mode, tab, let's hide this menu, and let's start with the first one, I close L. Make sure you select the right shape key when you are editing, because if you select the wrong one, and it happens a lot to me, it will be a little bit hard to correct. So with the eye close left selected, we go to the left eye. Make sure that you don't have symmetry enabled here, or else it will affect the other eye too. We will select these two vertices, these two, and these two. Let's try to box select them like this. Yes, and now we will resize to close the eye. We will do S and then choose Z for the Z axis and do this. We will put them as close as possible to each other without... I changed the position of the 3D cursor by mistake. Let's try to do Control Z. No, it's not working. How do I change the 3D cursor's location? Let's try with F3. Let's type world origin. Yeah, cursor to world origin. Anyways, okay, it's fixed. Now again, with these 8 vertices still selected, we do again, yeah, we zoom in so you can see clearly. S again, Z, and as close as possible without crossing each other. I guess this is good. Then we select these 4. So box select these and then shift box select these, and then make sure you can see this edge here, because we want to have the same thickness or thicker, just a little bit. So again, S, Z, and like this. So this is good, or this is also good. And don't worry about this white space in the middle. We will fix that later. So now we have this shape key with the left eye close. Now we do the arc of the brow. So here we do edge selection, 2 on the keyboard. We select this one, we get it here, this one, we get it here, and then we can rotate them a little bit, and maybe rotate this one too a little bit. So G, and have a beautiful arc like this. Then we do the S. We will get this one down with G, and this one up also with G, and you can also rotate, have a beautiful shape like this. G, Maybe rotate this one a little bit, and we have this. Okay, and then the thickness, brow thick L. I want to make the brow thicker because sometimes when you are animating your brow, moving your brow, distorting your brow, sometimes it gets thicker or thinner. So this shape key will help us to correct the thickness if that happens. And also you may want to thicken your brow to do some funny faces or whatever. So again, to select the vertices, I will select this one and I will do double G to slide it like this. When you do double G, you can slide it like this or like this along the edges. So we'll slide it here, but I want to get it out of here, but it doesn't work because we have what's called clamping. So we'll get it a little bit down here and then left click. And then in the last operation menu, I can disable clamping and then move the vertex like this. And I have this. Now I will do the same here. So select it and then double G. And here, yeah, clamping is back, which is weird because it should remember the last thing. That's how the last operation menu works usually. So let's do this again. Okay, we have this and then the same here. So we select double G and get it down and then again remove clamping and get it up like this. And we have this. So we're done with the eyebrows. Now we do nose left. So mirroring is still off. Then we do 2 and we will move this one with G like this and this one like this. And then this one, I'll make it smaller and also thinner. So we'll do S here, S here, S here. Yeah, we can compare it, see what we have here. I think it looks good. Now we do the nose holes. So 1 on the keyboard and we move this sideways like this. Maybe this one up, maybe this one a little bit down. Try to keep the lower edge at the same place, not the lines, but the real nose edge, because you see with the subdivide modifier, the lines of the shape and the real shape are not in the same space. So again, maybe this one a little bit up, like this, and this one too. Also try to have this one more inclined than this one, because it's like further from the camera. It should be, I guess. So is this good? Maybe more inclined. And see that now we have this space that was equal here and here. Now it's less space here than here. I don't know, the nose holes, are they like higher? They shouldn't be higher. They should be on the same level here. I wish that we had onion scanning for shape keys. That would be great. So let's get this one down a little bit. This one like this. Maybe this one a little bit up. Okay, we can adjust later. So now we do nose up, and here we need to enable symmetry. Yes, edge selects, move this edge up, G, this one too, and this one a little bit too. Let's compare. We should compare with, try to have it stays on the same arc and moves up. That would be nicer, I think. So maybe move this one here. I told you, if we had onion skinning for shape keys, that would be really great. I think this is good. It looks like it's on the same path and going up, like a worm going up. Now we do the nose holes again. So 1 for vertex select, and we get these up like this. G, maybe this one like this, and this one also like this. And try to put them on the same level like this. Maybe this is good. Then we do the nose down. Let's start with the hose this time. So we get this one really down. And then we get these ones too. And get this one here, get this one here, and this one here. Make it really small. Maybe rotate a little bit. Maybe resize. And let's see. I think this is good. And now the nose flare. So we start with the nose holes, 1. And this time you can, since it gets in bigger, you can lower the edge like this. And this one like this one like this, and like this. And then we move these ones. And I want to try to keep the same distance. Thick flare. Should we make it even bigger than this, or is this enough? I think this is enough. And we will see how we can exaggerate our shape keys even more later. So I guess we have our shape keys and now we can mirror them. So let's go to object mode again. And you see that all our shape keys are activated. Let's get them all to 0. Can we select more than one? Oh, yes. Nice. So all to 0. So what I did is I collect, drag down, and then I can do this and change the values all at once. So all to 0. And then I will go to this one. I close L. I will do on this arrow here, duplicate. And then let's increase the size again. Let's rename this one I close R, enter. And then we do, again on this arrow, we do flip. This is a new feature, I think, from Blender 4.5. Before we needed to do some weird trick to mirror a shape key, but here we just do flip. And let's test it, and voila. Very easy, huh? Again, the arc, arrow, duplicates, rename it to R, enter, again, flip. Test it, nice, and let's do the same for the others. And voila, very nice. Now we will need to try to combine some of these, especially the nose shape keys, and see how they work together. Like for example, if we go right and then the nose goes up, and see if it looks good. If it does, it means that I think we should disable overlays to see it clearly. So nose up, it works good with the nose going left. Nose down, it also looks good, I guess. Then the flare, not bad. Then with the nose down and a flare. Then also with the nose up and the flare. Not bad, but I think I made it too large from the bottom. So I will change that, I guess. These are the combinations. We won't do a combination like nose L and R in the same time. That would be silly. And we won't do something like nose up and nose down in the same time. That's also really silly. So I will just edit the flare back to edit mode. Enable overlays, vertex select, and maybe get these mirroring is on. This one like this. Back to object mode, let's try again. Flare, nose left and nose up, nose down. I guess this is not bad. You can keep tinkering on it and make it look better than this, I guess. But here we are done with our shape keys, my friends.